Welcome to this impromptu live where we are going to debunk some myths that have been going on for far too long about the aging process. Listen, if I hear one more time that it's all downhill after 40, I've been hearing that since I was a little child. And I know mostly it was in reference to physical agility, but at the end of the day, it's a misnomer. It's a myth because how many of us see online all the time people over 40 that are in great health, people over 50 who could run circles around some people who are 20. The same with people over 60 and 70. So the myths that are happening as it relates to aging, we need to debunk, and I mean debunk starting today. Some of us have already started the process. I know, I've met many of you. And so I thank you for, not falling for the okey doke. But I wanted to go over basically three things that we often hear about ourselves that keep us stuck, keep us in a frozen mode. And I wrote them down because I didn't want to forget them. But number one, it's too late. Your dreams, they're dried up, right? So go ahead and do what we learned not to do. Give up on them, defer them. Number two, you have no value, right? It's a young person's world. I hear that still to this day. Now, if you're trying to be, a rapper and you're 65 years old, I'm not going to argue that point, right? You may need to pivot just simply because, and I may actually be wrong, but I would not advise you to invest any money. Let's just say that if you're still trying at 65 to become the next Jay-Z, or the next Kendrick, then God bless you. Just don't invest a lot of money in the process. And then you also hear it's what I started out with. It's all downhill from here, right? Listen, I just wish more of us believed in the value of aging. It is something that is so beautiful. It is something that is so valuable because of the wealth of knowledge that we have garnered along the way, right? People are so concerned now because, and rightfully so. So let me preface it by saying that so many people are being laid off, let go from jobs, all the things. And some people were close to retirement, over 50, close to 60, over 60. And their world has literally been shaken to the core. A lot of that lends itself to the fact that they don't value what they have to bring to the table. And it doesn't matter if you have to create that table, right? You may have to create the table, but the value that can be, oh my gosh, can just be manifested through all of your years of knowledge and experience. It's I just wish more of us leaned into that. Something else that we often focus on is, oh, your brain is in decline, learning things is much harder. And, it could be something like learning AI, learning technology, learning a new language. Okay, I'm not going to, completely negate the point that yes, it's easier to forget things as we age. But there's also strategies and ways that we can also lean into that and learn how to learn differently, right? It's just like someone who has a learning disability. And I don't want to say people automatically over 40, 50, 60 have a learning disability. I will speak on behalf of myself. Do I have to set a timer if I'm cooking something and decide to leave the kitchen to go do something else? Do I need to set a timer just to remind myself that I am cooking something? Absolutely. But again, I have a timer that I can set. So I have retrained my brain that if I cannot leave the kitchen, right? If I am cooking, if something is on the stove or in the oven and I have to go fold clothes, I will not leave the kitchen until I set the timers, and sometimes 2 timers, because if I'm not gonna be near the kitchen, that oven and that microwave will set another timer that will alert me that's much louder. So, yes, things will shift, but there are things that you can do to help with that shift. So, if you used to be able, like me, I'll use myself as an example. I could read used to be able to read a book 500 pages 3 days, no problem. Yeah, not today, babe. Not today. That is not happening in today's times, but that's okay. But I have to retrain my brain. So now, if the book is 500 pages, I'm going to have to commit to reading that 50 pages a day, which will now take 10 days, but that's okay, because along with age comes more responsibilities a lot of times. And we just have to learn how to retrain our brain to deal with everything that does come with aging, but realize that those things are not flaws. We have been hoodwinked and bamboozled. There are literally strategies, or there are literally people who want us to believe that we should just hang it up. There's a reason why they want us working until 70 years old now, right? If Okay, let me not get off a track. But those are the three things. So we talked about, one, you being too late, like all of your dreams should just not ever come back in your brain anymore, because it's something that life has passed, no matter what it is. If you want to learn how to swim, people will tell you, oh, it's too late. If you want to start traveling, solo by yourself, people will tell you it's too late. If you want to do anything, literally over the age of 50, 40 is still like on the cusp. I'm going to say older millennials, Gen X, baby boomers. People will deter you or try to deter you from taking advantage of what life has to offer. And there is a saying that my mother used to always say: as long as you still have breath in your body, right? As long as you still have breath in your body, who's to say that you're too old? Now, again, like I said, I'm not saying that everything you should be doing if you're, past a certain age. But another example I will give: the one time I decided to jump out of a perfectly good plane and go skydiving, it was for my birthday. And someone who's special to me at the time gifted me that for my birthday because he knew I wanted to do it. Well, on the plane with me was a man. We shared the same birthday. He was also on his birthday trip. But guess what? He was 90, I may get 92 or 94 years old. I'm sure family members was like, yo, grandpa, great grandpa, this is stupid. He did it. He lived to tell the story and was much better for it. There's always going to be naysayers who are going to tell you it's too late, who's going to tell you what you can't do. And even when it comes to finances, I'm big on people who, feel that they didn't start investing early enough and that they don't have enough money for retirement. 4 months can completely change the trajectory of your financial life. But some of y'all don't want to hear that, though. Some of y'all don't want to believe that. 4 months can change the trajectory of your financial life. Many of us just don't ever start. And for some of us, we'll start, but we fall off. And we're not talking about doing anything drastic like selling your house and doing things like that, but it's literally taking the wisdom that God has bestowed upon us and monetizing it. I have so many people in my community that have literally, oh my gosh, gives me chills just thinking about how many people who I met who were at that stuck stage because they had no support. They had no one in their lives, telling them that, yes, we can do this. So they stayed stuck in that. Let me tell you something. If you don't have support, you find people, you build community, or you you pump yourself up. You go ahead and hype yourself up, right? Don't wait for others to do that. I keep this on my IG page, um, my personal IG page, so I can see it, right? People are not supposed to understand your calling. It wasn't their calling. It wasn't a conference call. Your calling has nothing to do with other people. And I never want to sound like I'm preaching, but I'm that hype person. I'm that hype person for people. I'm that cheerleader. That is a gift. That is a gift that was bestowed upon me. And I really want us to find more people who are going to either hype you up or you learn how to hype yourself up, right? And there's strategies, and depth psychology that goes behind that. But I want us to lean into the things that we can do versus the things that we can't. And I'm going to start off by showcasing just one person who I think, and I posted about her. If you're not following me at Kim with the Gems on IG and Facebook, go ahead and do that. I posted about her today because she is like the GOAT. And when I say the GOAT, there are others, but Miss Pam, who is now 68 years old, has created a multi-million dollar portfolio later in life just by monetizing her natural gifts, right? She's not out here trying to dance for TikTok or, jump out of I don't know, do things like that Mr. Beast does. I don't even know what he does, but she's not trying to do what the young people does. She's not trying to do what the young people do, but she's trying to be authentic. And I won't say trying, she's being quite successful. And I'm just going to share her channel so you can take a look. And she's a prime example, a great example on how when you don't listen to the naysayers, you don't listen to the noise and the tired narratives that really are not accurate, but are designed to keep certain people in certain places. When you stop listening to that, when you start focusing and spending more time on the people who are doing what is being said can't be done, your life will change. And I urge you to do this within the next. So there's a reason why I say 28 days. 28 days has a spiritual number. It's a spiritual association and it works, right? I lean more into that when you're in the course. I will share more about that you'll see a code up here for the upcoming Monetize Your Maturity Masterclass. Thank you for those who signed up. I have been negligent in coming on this platform and sharing more about it. There's a couple spots left. It's this Thursday, April 30th at 8 p.m. If you signed up, you have already gotten your first email, which has the assessment that you must take before Thursday. You'll get another email on Monday reminding you. And then on Wednesday morning, no later than Wednesday evening, you will get the link to the Zoom meetup. But I definitely know that 28 days is pretty much all you need to jumpstart that process, right? But let me go ahead and pull up Pam, and we'll talk about everything that Pam is doing. So Pam's POV is a YouTube channel. And listen, let's just go through all of this. Now, she's on more than YouTube, right? She's across social media heavy. And you know what? Maybe I'll share the video I posted, if I can, about her. But yeah, so she has multiple channels. But this channel, let's just read about it. So Pam's POV is your go-to source for staying ready, prepared, protected, and informed. From critical survival strategies and emergency gear to urgent scam alerts, I provide the need to know info to help you navigate an unpredictable world. Now, I don't know if you've been following me for a while, but over a year ago, I gave this as a tip for someone to start talking about. If they wanted to quickly build community, start monetizing, all of that stuff. So let's just see. Pam she joined YouTube with this channel on May 9th of 2024, less than 2 years ago. In less than 2 years, she has built a subscriber base of 380,000 subscribers with only 269 videos and has had over 57.5 million views in less than 2 years. As a 60, she turned 68 in March, I want to say. So let's just say over 65. She did this with this channel. If you look at her channel, she has more than she has more than just the videos that she's monetizing on. She has seasonings that she sells and more on her website. She has a whole website where she's selling things, but we're going to get into more of what she does in a second, because she has literally built, just by easy guesstimation, a 7-figure portfolio. As someone who was probably told, oh, what are you doing on YouTube? What are you doing on IG? What are you doing on TikTok? What are you doing on these other platforms? You are too old. And she was like, watch me work. And so I don't know like what her bills are. I don't know what her lifestyle is. But what I do know, if she was someone who didn't have a retirement account when she was 60, 62, 64, she daggone sure has one now. She's listed as like the top 22 creators over 65 on this platform, or I think in general, if I'm not mistaken. But let's go ahead and look at her other channels, because she has multiple ones. She is doing it, y'all. She is doing it. Let me take this channel off and let me get her other channel. She has a gardening channel, and let me just pull up what's the name of it? And that's not even the biggest one. We're going to save her most impressive channel for last. Oh my gosh. Talking about impressive. Okay. And again, something she started late 50s. Oh, no, she started, I want to say at 60. She was 60 years old when she started. But let's go ahead and pull up. Give me a second, y'all. I just need to pull up her other channel. Hold on. Okay, I found it. It's so cute. It's so cute. It is so cute. Okay, so here we go. Let me share the screen. This woman is actually doing it. So her channel is called The Scaredy Cat Gardener. And I already told you she has 380,000 on one channel. On this channel, she has 105,000 subscribers. So let's just read a little bit more about this channel. Did she join this channel? I don't know if she started this as a garden channel, but again, 7 years ago, 6.5 years ago, she launched this channel. She has 105,000 subscribers with 1,000 videos, and that includes shorts and everything, with over 7.5 million views. But what is she doing to also monetize? Let me just pull up her link tree. Well, number one, she sells merch. Let's just check that off the list. So she sells merch to support her channel in addition to getting paid by YouTube. She also, let me just go to her. I want to go to one of her videos because you can kind of see
one of these.
Okay. You can kind of see how she also links in her, I hope y'all can see this, her website. It will take people directly to her website. But if you want to go, this one doesn't have her link tree. Oh, she also sells a mix up here. She has a powder for some other stuff. She sells gloves and gardening tools and all of that. Now, when I say she sells it, she is an affiliate for these companies. So not only does she get paid through AdSense, not only does she get paid through merch, not only does she get paid for what she sells from her own, creations, she also gets paid as an affiliate. And this isn't listen, we ain't done yet. We are not done. I want y'all to stick with me. Please stick with me. And I hope, I really, if nothing else, I want this to motivate someone who is either at the point where they're tired of what they're doing, right? Whatever they're doing is monotonous, right? This is something she is doing from I'm gonna say the comfort of her own home, because she's outside actually digging, digging up things and planting seeds and all of that. But she is not having to go in and check a clock or be a Walmart greeter or do any of the things, the mundane things that are not bringing her any type of joy. So let's go ahead and go to her LinkedIn. I'm not LinkedIn, her Linktree. And then once you get to her Linktree, that she's on other platforms, like outside of YouTube. She's also on IG. And these are the ways that she's also monetizing. She has an email list. And then let's go to her IG page. Ciao. We're still not finished with YouTube, y'all. I want y'all to see her IG page. Hold on. Share screen. Share screen. Here's her IG page, where YouTube, she had 105,000 subscribers or subscribers. On IG, she has almost 700,000 followers. Y'all hear me? And this isn't her only Instagram. This is not her only Instagram page. She has almost 700,000 followers. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get to her links. So not only is she cross-promoting on YouTube, she's cross-promoting here as well. She's sharing her YouTube channel. We're about to get into the Don Diva of her YouTube channels in a second, but she's sharing her different YouTube channels, which is Pam's POV, Pam's Pop-Ups, the Scaredy Cat Gardener, and then we're going to go to, and she's also, like I said, on the the TikToks. But let's go to her Don Dada, because I don't want to, I think y'all are getting the point. I think y'all are getting the picture, but let me see. Can y'all see this? I want y'all to see how this 60-plus-year-old woman started her moguldom. Like, I'm going to call her aging moguldom, only because she was not going to listen to the lies, basically. Okay, so am I sharing this yet? So we showcased her other channels, right? Do y'all see what I'm saying? This is cooking at Pam's place. Same woman with a cooking channel from the comfort of her own home. So she does Pam's POV from her home, where she's giving survival, strategy, tactics, all of those beautiful, trending topics, right? Timely topics. She's doing the gardening with her Scaredy Cat brand. She's also cooking, which many women who are aging, and when I say aging, not out in these streets, right? Eating out. They either have to feed families, they prefer to eat at home cooked meals. These are things that are innate to us, many of us, that we know how to do. And if you can do it and garner 1.24 million subscribers, why not? Why not? And it's not that she just has those subscribers. We're going to dig a little deeper. Let's read. Hi. No, she says, welcome to Cooking at Pam's Place. I'm Pam, a self-taught home chef. Call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. You could call yourself a chef if you taught yourself to be a chef. Like, you don't need to go to the Cordon Bleu to call yourself a chef. Lean into your knowledge and experience and talk your talk. The reason I'm sharing Pam as well is because for those of you who saw my last few videos, 2026 is no time to be cowardized, no time to lean out. It's time to be bold. And bold, as I continue to say, should be your baseline. Don't give a darn what others think about what you say and or what you do. If they don't see it, if they can't believe it, it wasn't for them to see and or believe. Pam is calling herself a self-taught home chef. Self-taught home chef. That's bold. And that's beautiful. Because most of us would be too scared to call ourselves a chef because we don't have a little certificate to call ourselves a chef. But Pam's like, screw y'all, watch me. And she says 1.2 million. It's like 1.24. But she's like showing over 1.2 million viewers how to cook delicious, healthy meals from scratch without the stress. Whether you're cooking for a pantry rescue to save on groceries or a step-by-step masterclass in homemade bread, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Now let's get into the money, honey. You can read the rest of, you can follow Pam. I suggest you do. I don't follow her from this channel. I have multiple YouTube channels. So anyway, Pam has her seasonings, her ebooks that she sells. Like we already talked about, she has the Scaredy Cat Gardener. She has Pam's POV. She has Pam's Pop-Up. She also is an affiliate. Well, she has her wish list where people can then send her stuff. Right? People on Amazon could go ahead and just send her anything she wants from her wish list, which is saving her money, which is technically making money, right? Because the money that she currently has, we make our money work for us. She can continue to make that money work for her. She also, again, has memberships. That's what I was looking for. So you could join her community and hold on. Let's just look at what her videos are pulling in. So yeah, she has the members only community that you can join as well. But let's just go to her most popular video, which is her bread. So she has a video about bread making that is at 4.2 million views that she posted 2 years ago. She makes sandwiches, almost 3 million views for that video. She doesn't use oil to fry chicken anymore. She talks about recalls. These are things, I don't care if you dropped out of school in the 3rd grade. These are the topics that you can lean into and truly change your life. I say the next 4 months can completely look so different. If nothing works unless you do. So you have to put in some you have to, put in some energy. You have to, and the energy you put in is the energy you're going to get out. And maybe all of these channels are not for you. You may only want one channel, but the fact that she is being super authentic in everything that she does, meaning she's sitting here, she's not beat down, trying to be young with the beat face and the low cut and the this and the that. Like she's in her kitchen with a black shirt on. That is her staple, a black t-shirt, a black sweatshirt. You can see from, the thumbnails, she's not doing the most, but she is producing the most. There are very few people under the age of 65 that have did I finish looking at all her channels? Wait a minute. Listen, the girl, or did I say I wasn't going to? Let me see. Pam's pop-up. Let's go to Pam's. Yeah, that's what it was. Pam's pop-up is not currently, I don't think, active. Oh, it was the TT. So on TT, she has a few 100,000. This woman has millions of followers, and she is monetizing her maturity by leaning in to all of the lessons that she's learned along the way. She had to learn how to garden, right? She had to learn, and she says she's a self-taught chef, right? She's also had to learn more about ready preparedness, but she leaned into it. And the beautiful thing is, there's no age limit on that. There's no age limit on how to, start talking your talk and sharing with the world exactly what it is you have to offer. And I always want people to remember, and let me stop sharing this because I want y'all to really pay attention to this. I want y'all to remember that you do not have to be a PhD, right? You don't have to be a PhD to garner a real following, to have people not only believe you, but also want to learn from you. Because for someone who only knows how to boil water, right? If that's all you ever learned, someone who knows how to make toast and boil water, and don't let it be a grilled cheese sandwich, is an expert to them. And it just piles up, it compounds, right? So if all you know how to do is boil water, make grilled cheese, but somebody else knows how to make macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and fried chicken, that person is an expert to those two other categories, right? It's the same with anything and everything else. If someone has never ever planted or farmed before, and with the timeliness of this conversation being current, if you know how to grow tomatoes, herbs, cucumbers, you are an expert to somebody who has never planted a seed before. And it just keeps compounding. So what I want, right, for us, all of us who are older millennials, Gen X and older, is to stop thinking that it's too late, that you don't have time, that you can't change your trajectory, because I know too many people who have. And sometimes I won't say I hate the phrase starting over is not one of my most favorite phrases. You don't have to start over. Why would you? Starting over means you're literally clean slate, right? That's what starting over means. Clean slate. You can bring all that knowledge from back there up here and start to monetize that. And as somebody, also fully transparent, I teeter on the fact of how much I should share here, meaning I have done strategy with some very wealthy, not done strategy, been part of strategy teams for some very wealthy, highly visible celebrities during my career. I teeter on the fact on, does that sound braggadocious? How much should I really share? But like I said, this year, child, it's who cares? Because I need my peoples. I need my peoples to really get this message. And so I am going to share. This is one of the videos that I recently posted in my, bold is the baseline. Um, my bold is the baseline movement. So let me stop sharing this. I'm going to share my IG page and show you just some of the people I've worked with. And these are so these are just some of the fine men that I like to keep on my page. These are just some of the fine men that I like to keep on my page as a reminder, not a reminder, but just eye candy. Your girl likes to look at some good looking men, child. But let's go ahead and here we go. So I'm not going to play the audio because it's just music, but basically every person that you see in this video, I have worked with personally, either through a campaign, bringing them on to be part of a partnership that one of my corporate clients, was looking for or looking to host. And let me just name drop a few. Trey Songz, think what you want about him, but at one time he was hotter than, hot. Morris Chestnut, who I've worked with on multiple occasions. Idris Elba, Maxwell, Lance Gross, Blair Underwood, and Boris Kojo. Oh, and Laz Alonso, who I also went to, Howard, we're both Howard alum. So again, I'm just going to read the caption. You glow differently when you decide you belong fully, unapologetically, and without waiting for permission. The world has a quiet way of testing that belief, placing you in rooms where doubt whispers louder than confidence, where expectations try to define your worth before you even speak. Please stop that. Something powerful happens when you refuse to shrink, though. Don't let aging shrink you. Don't let the thought of getting older shrink you. But when you love your most authentic self at any age and release the need to fit into someone else's idea of enough, child, your life will change. Look at Pam's POV. How many people do you think were seriously rooting for her, or not rooting for her, but cheerleading for her to start over 60 or at 60? I want you to truly embrace where you are right now, especially at the age where many people hesitate, hold back, or convince themselves it's too late to begin again. And again, I use phrases that the masses will understand. Begin again, it's not my favorite phrase to say, but I know most people will understand that. It isn't too late to begin again. In fact, there's a whole financial ecosystem built on lived experiences, on the wisdom, perspective, and resilience you've already earned. And only the ones that fully understand that are the ones that are less stressed about everything that's going on, right? I posted this today because I want y'all to walk away with, just ideas, just simple ideas. So if you're over 50 and you want to build a community fast, these are just 6 topics to help that will, if you do what you're supposed to do, if you do the work, will help you build community faster, right? These are things that people over 50 are longing to hear. What's your living situation after 50, right? It doesn't matter if you're living alone or if you're living with a house full of kids, partners, pets, noise, all the things. They're both real life. There are both people in that same position that are looking for communities to help them navigate, right? They're both relatable and they are both content. Like, you don't have to fit into one mold. You don't have to be Susie Homemaker with the husband that's home every night for dinner and the kids that are just the perfect. That's the BS. That's the mess is what really gets the engagement. Over 50, talk about things you stop caring about. We talked about Melanie Saunders, who is the what you call it? She's the We Don't Care Club lady. Similar. Like, build community on things you finally stop caring about. There's a whole community now being built on, what is it called? Going no contact. Going no contact. It's a whole community. People who are talking about it blowing up because it's trending. I don't know how long that will last. But as we age, there are certain things that just people can relate to. And this may be your most reliable content that you post. Grandkids or no grandkids. Those are both topics that people are on separate sides, but there's a huge community that you can target. There are two sides to the same coin, right? You're aging. Some people have grandkids, some people don't. Both are equally as important. And both are areas that people are just waiting to hear from other people. Like, it's like the support groups, right? What lessons can you teach as a Gen Xer, as a baby boomer, as a older millennial? Like, what has worked in your life? What didn't work? What would you never do again? And what would you wish you started sooner? This is a whole community within itself. So if you don't want to cook, and because cooking, videos require production, you may not really want to do that, but you can get straight in front of a camera and lean into the lessons that you learned along the way. And not only would you be helping yourself, right, by building community and finding ways to monetize. You don't have to wait to get to 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, all the things. You can start monetizing that very quickly. But yeah, you don't have to, excuse me, I lost my train of thought again. But yeah, you don't have to, you don't have to hide that information. There are people that you can teach, and a lot of younger people are looking for that for wisdom. Not everybody had wisdom around them, right? Or has wisdom around them. You can be that voice. Health hacks after 50. And I'm just using after 50 because I have another post that's going to talk about after 60, after 40, all of that. But if you're overweight, right? If you're trying to lose weight, if you're stuck, if you're trying to, improve, or if you're, health fanatic, if you are in that gym, if you're lifting weights, if you're feeling good about how you eat, whatever side of the aisle you are on, there is a community that is waiting for your message. Just tell the truth. Tell your truth about what is actually working and what is not. And be consistent with it. Within 28 days, I tell you, things will change. Let's move into starting over. Again, it's a buzzword. I don't particularly like the word, but it is a buzzword that people can relate to. So if you've had to start over in your career, which is very, very, very topical right now, in your finance, your love, your love, your life, whichever one it is, you could pick that, lean into it, be honest, tell the truth, talk about how terrifying it is, but how possible getting on the other side of it can be. Or if you're in the middle, if you're trying to get through to the other side, child, there are people right there just waiting to hear or build community with you. Let's move on. So the final point is, nothing about your life is too small or too late. Your story is not a niche story, right? Your honesty is where you grow. You just have to start sharing, start connecting, and then the earning. It's right in front of you, child. You just got to keep going. So, yeah. So let me see. Was there anything else? Things you would tell your younger self? Like, there are so many topics that can bring you the type of results that you are looking for, and definitely want to go over ways that I monetize, right? So I have multiple, child. I probably have like 13 streams of income. That may sound, intimidating to some, but it works for me, right? And so I'm going to do a whole nother video and or live. I may come back on Saturday or Sunday to do a live just about different streams of income. But this one is an inspirational post where the way I keep pressing the wrong button, y'all. Oh, I didn't even see. Oh my gosh, y'all have been in here. Y'all know I can't. If I pay attention to the comments, child, I will be I will be so distracted. Hey, LJ, good to see you. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hey, Christine. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Hey, seriously, good to see you. Sorry, y'all. I truly didn't even have the comment section visible, but I'm glad everyone joined. LJ, please, say hi to our friend if she is around. But yeah, I just really wanted to come in because, again, I'm doing this cheaper than ever masterclass. And it won't be cheap with content. You're actually getting a full, robust content. But I want us to, this is one of my ways for us to stop being so scared about what is happening in the world, right? Definitely, pay attention. You'll know some things they don't want you to know. But what you do have control of right now is what you do with your time and how you lean into the possibilities that this thing called aging can bring. There used to be such a level of respect for the aging process, right? But I do believe it's intentional. Why these catchphrases like, oh, it's all downhill from here and this and that have come into play. And I want us to get away from that, because as someone who has only seen her assets increase, the older I get, it's because I know the secret sauce. And you think about people that you look at, like, I can't just only use Black people. So let's talk about Martha Stewart, who started her business after the age of 50, right? She's not the only one. There are so many silent people, most of them don't look like us, that have more value or place more value on what they know or what they've learned than we do. But right now, people are so looking for the elder statespeople, right? The people who have gone through some things, who have seen some things, who have done some things. And so this is my way to come in and just be like, whoever is interested in learning, just some of the secret sauce that I've learned in creating not only me, I can't wait to be able to share, because I have to, get legal testimonies. That's another thing. Like, I can't really share testimonies unless, it's a fully operational business without getting it like, getting it written. Because I don't know some of these people that I have helped, right? I don't know them personally. And someone can say one day, oh, she's using my name to build her business and I never gave her permission. So it is my fault that I have not been active in, requesting these testimonies. And some of y'all who are in here, I also need to get testimonies from. The process has not been a priority for me with the testimonies. What has been the priority for me is making sure that we are going to be okay. And those of you who have taken, right, who have, some of y'all in here who have taken any course that I've given, I'm there on time. I'm never late. I give, all the information. I stay, answer all the questions. Like, I am not that person that is out here doing this for ish and giggles. I promise you, I'm not. This is probably, and listen, I'm not even going to get in that. But if you're interested in joining the Monetize Your Maturity Masterclass, there's a code right there, right? Maybe I can even put the link in the chat. Y'all see, I be so unappropriate with this, just simply because multiple reasons. Let's just say that. Sometimes I think I do the most. So here's the actual code. If you're interested in doing the short code, https bit.ly, and it's called money. No, is it maturity? I hope this is it. To money. And that's the masterclass taking place this Thursday. So less than a week. Oh my gosh, less than a week. I will see some people in here. I hope you're still in here. On Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's April 30th. Go ahead, sign up. So today is Friday, Monday. Let's say Tuesday. Tuesday, the price will go to its normal price. Right now, it's still discounted. And so if you're interested in getting into the class on Thursday, I will keep the price the same until midnight on Monday. And then after that, it's going to the full price, which is still more than half off of anything I've ever offered. So this is the link for anybody. And this is the actual real link, the real long link, just in case that first one doesn't work. Oh, is that it? Why does this look so long? Hold on a second. That looks too long. Let me just double check. But hopefully, y'all are out here making sure that you are future-proofing this income, because I really don't care. I don't care if you have a job or not. Please future-proof that income by generating as much additional revenue as possible so that you are not in a position or predicament that if that job went away, you would be out there. For some reason, it's not letting me get onto my beacons page. Let me try here. So yeah, if you have any questions, go ahead. Go ahead and put it in the comment section. Yeah, let me just put in this long link because it's not letting me access my beacons page. I hope this is it. Ciao. I hope this is it. I'm going to go to my channel right now. So give me a second, y'all. I just want to make sure. But yeah, if y'all are not paying attention to able to click it. So hopefully y'all can too. For some reason it broke up into two. Is the short code is bit.ly/ money to maturity to money, maturity to money, maturity to money, lowercase. So I hope to see y'all. Oh, what is today? Today is Friday. You know what? I think I'm gonna come back live tomorrow. I think I'm coming back live tomorrow. I think I am. Let me just give y'all a time for anyone who wants to join. I'm gonna come back live tomorrow. Give me 1 second, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn because the girl is known to do that. Yeah, so let's say 1 o'clock tomorrow. You know what? I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it on the channel. It will be between 12 and 2 p.m. But let's say one. Let's say one. And I am going to talk about the multiple ways, um, my multiple streams of income. So not just like happenstance, right? I'm just gonna talk about my multiple streams of income from consulting to mobile notary to my social media to uh, all my digital stuff, all of that. I'll talk about the different ways that I successfully monetize at this big age. Yes, at this big age, child, and why I lean into purpose with everything that I do, and why I could say no to clients, right? If I get you know, um, a lead on a potential client and I feel like, yeah, you're not we like this, we not like this, then I say no. And some of these are, lucrative partnerships, 5, 6 figures. And, you know, ain't nobody got time to be being fake at this big age. So anyway, hopefully, I hope it's inspirational to some or all, but definitely never think it's too late. Find a way over Find a way over the next 4 months to drastically change your life by leaning into your gifts. I often say, child, some of y'all are, very caught up on certain Bible verses, but y'all never get caught up on the abundance ones, right? Y'all never get caught up on those. And I'm not saying y'all, but I'm saying y'all, right? Y'all don't get caught up on the abundance ones. And when people start preaching, and when I say people, meaning pastors start preaching, they call them, what's the phrases they call them? They're all negative, right? And it's designed that way. It's designed that way. Prosperity preachers, or I forgot all the terms, but if y'all know, like I know, God wanted more than for us to be sitting here scared, right? Living in fear on how we're going to do this, or that. He knows that He's bestowed certain gifts and talents upon us. We've learned certain gifts and talents along the way, but we're sitting here and hoarding them. So we're not going to do that anymore. So you're welcome, Christine. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, and with that being said, I'm gonna make it to this hour. It's not been an hour yet. It's only 58 minutes. So we're going to yap for the next 60, 70 seconds. There is something. So I did, Kathy, thanks. For those of you who, may hear some things from me over the next few weeks about things that I also believe, like I talked about the number 28, there being a reason, um, about, there's a reason that I say use the number 28. Some people say 27, 21 days make a habit. 28 days is where I live. Um, I also talk about leaning into your life path number. I also am a student of the Bible. Like I definitely am a student of the Bible, but I've also become more open to things that are not in here, right? I've become more open to things that were removed. And so, oh, what is that? Okay. Let me Psalms 35. Yah delights in the prosperity of his people. Seriously, come on with it, come on with it. Come on with it. My entire I usually keep my manifestation book here, but I took it out and was writing on it. I'm at a desk and I don't see it. But anyway, if y'all are only focusing, if y'all are thinking that, they brainwashed us with money is the root of all evil. And some of us have gotten stuck there. And that being stuck there is causing us not to live for ourselves, right? Not being able to be successful, let's just say, not live for ourselves, being dependent on others. Not over here at Kim with the Gems platform. That's not gonna ever be anything I promote. We always have a way. We always have a way. Some of us just need a little push or a little hand holding to get to that step, right? To get to that phase. And so even me opening up like a more personal page to the public, child, that's not, I have to do this because it's a calling on me to do. So Kim with the Gem, showing some of my personal side, that's not who I am or who I thought who that's not who I thought I was. But God is pushing me. Like there this higher power is like, okay, if y'all, I have personal, my Facebook is personal. I don't even have Facebook on my phone. Like I don't even walk around scrolling it, but I make a lot of money off of Facebook. I make a lot of money off of Facebook. I make 4 at minimum 4 figures a month just off of Facebook, the platform. That doesn't include TikTok. That doesn't include anything else. And these are things that I need to start sharing with people so that they understand that it's possible. And the only way I can really share it, I can't share it on the pages that anyway, there's a reason, there's a method for my madness, and I'm learning as I go because this is not something, I normally would do. Like I'm not that public figure. Now I know how to build platforms. I know how to build platforms and I also know how to build, faceless. But, me being, exposed, I don't like people stopping me places that I don't know. Like it's happened a few times when I was in Mexico. I'm like, wait, who you? Like I'm from New York. Like how you, I hear I see people staring at me. I'm staring back, but why you staring at me? Like that's so I have to like not really pivot, but I train my brain in ways that I wasn't expecting. It's been 1 hour and 3 minutes. Okay, let me read this first. Mi Nicholas, do I have thoughts about Spirit Airlines turning into yes, I do. You know I do, like, I'm supposed to be on a flight in a couple weeks to Myrtle Beach, so, and I'm hearing many people have received cancellations already for their flight. I haven't yet, but I think I'm gonna have to be proactive, but I do have many thoughts. I actually posted it on my Black Travel and Culture page today. Or was it yesterday. Um, I didn't get into the thoughts, but there's something in the milk's not clean, right? I definitely have many thoughts. But, yes, we will talk about so I'm gonna do a updated news live soon as well. I might do that Monday. We'll see. You misquoted the verse. It's not money itself, it's the love of money. Um, well, is that the actual verse? Because it used to be, "Money is the root of all evil." That was yeah, what uh, oh, for the love of money. So they yeah, so First Timothy 6:10 in the King James Version says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." Right, okay. So it used to be what I heard growing up the whole time was money is the root of all evil. No one ever spoke about for the love, right? That started coming up a little bit later, but there's so many denominations that have brainwashed people to believe that it's simply money is the root of all evil, and many of us have heard that. I've spoken to many people who still say that. They don't say for the love of money, they am I not there? Oh, okay, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Yeah, but you're right, that it does say, um, for the love of money, but that's definitely not how I grew up and not how many of us grew up. Definitely, it was money of all evil. I've heard many pastors, or I won't just say pastors, but people in the pulpit quote that, and that's how, you know, many of us have been trained. And a lot of verses have been edited to get us to think certain things, but you're absolutely right. Thank you for that, seriously. And with that being said, it's an hour and 6 minutes, y'all. I am going to let y'all go, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Let's just call it 1 PM. I'm not gonna say 12. I'm not gonna do 12. Let's say 1 PM Eastern Standard. I will, go live and just, talk about and hopefully inspire, not just to talk, 'cause, I'm not we don't need to just yap. This is gonna be action-based, like thinking, giving you different and answering questions. So you have if you have questions literally about ways to, you know, generate income, pick my brain, and I'll tell you based on limited if I don't really know you like that, if I don't know your life path, I don't know your goals, I don't know your dreams, what you like, all those things, then I won't, be able to give you details. I will just let you know if it's viable for the future, like the idea, right? So, anyway, tomorrow at 1 PM Eastern Standard Time, Imma set my alarm right now because 'cause y'all know this brain, I need to set my alarm to remind myself, but I will see y'all tomorrow at 1 PM Eastern Standard Time. Until then, everybody have a good night. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.